Something shifted in the frequency of the room without announcement. The crisp Baltimore club drum keeping the tempo of the pronouncement that the room made to itself when you walk through the particular door. Nothing changed on the surface. The same people, the same floor, the same conversation I was in the middle of before the noticing. The synth pad holds the cool air quality of the moments moistening into something that the UK garage swing underneath already knew about. The first signal is always like this, always coming through before you have the language for it or the context for the receiving. The airy synth melody is the specific quality of the believing that something is beginning, even though beginning has no evidence yet. Just the drum pattern in the air in the particular moment set. First signal, the room shifting in the frequency. First signal, the drum pattern and the noticing. First signal, the Baltimore club kick confirming something started. First signal, the cool synth pad and the UK garage hearted swing of the moment when the room adjusted to the new frequency. First signal, the soft R&B vocal and the specific leniency of the beginning. Still light, still possible. First signal, the room, the noticing, the beginning. I've been thinking about the physics of the first signal since it happened. The way it arrives before the language catches up, before anything is mapped into the familiar category of this is the thing, give it the right name. The Baltimore club drum pattern just keeps the forward momentum the same as before, which is the right response. The universe doesn't pause for the first signal, it just keeps moving at the same pace, because the first signal is the beginning of something that doesn't know yet what it is. The sparkling synth melody and the breathable air set the tone of the not known, which is the most alive register available. The soft breathy vocal confirms the not knowing is not unfortunate. It's the condition of the beginning that makes the beginning worth having. The first signal, the synth pad, the room, the club drum keeping the paving. First signal, the not knowing is the most alive register. First signal, the club drum and the synth pad, the minister of the beginning that doesn't know yet what it's beginning toward. First signal, the soft vocal and the cool air and the forward momentum of the room, still moving, still light. First signal, the beginning, worth having. The not knowing, the most alive. The room, the particular door, the frequency shift, the club drum, still keeping time. The not knowing, the most alive part. The first signal, already sent, already received, just not yet named. First signal, the room, the first signal, the noticing. First signal, the beginning, still light, still possible. First signal, still unnamed. In the bedroom, windows fogged with winter cold. The acoustic cam pads beneath the Baltimore beat. The untold message sitting in the draft where it's been sitting since I wrote it at 9 p.m. and read it back and quietly composed it into something smaller than something even smaller than the first. The muted sub-bass holds the quiet tension, the unhurried thirst of the unsent thing just being there inside the phone, inside the night. The UK garage bounces and the curves are blinking in the light of a screen. The Shibuya-kei warmth inside the lo-fi bedroom. The winter cold outside, the heated blanket and the leg room between what I keep wanting to say and what I actually transmit. The club drum pattern marking time while I sit with it. Fourth version shorter than the third. Fourth version still nonsense. still sitting in the draft. Typed and deleted. Type again. The acoustic piano and the Baltimore refrain. Typed and deleted. Winter night. The muted bass, the cursor and the light. I know exactly what I mean to say. I just can't find a version that's okay. Typed and deleted. Still in the draft. Still in the draft. The Shibuya-kei nostalgia in the lo-fi bedroom texture is the feeling of the moment, the soft unpolished lecture of the self at 11:47 drafting something true. That keeps becoming smaller as it moves toward you. The Baltimore club pattern doesn't pause for the revision. It just keeps the tempo of the Tuesday's indecision. The UK garage hi-hat is the rhythm of the deleting. The acoustic piano underneath is the competing warmth of what I actually mean. Beneath the edited versions, the muted sub-bass holds the weight of all the diversions. From the saying, the lo-fi winter bedroom, and the blinking of the cursor, and the message, and the not quite thinking. Typed and deleted, or fourth and fifth, the piano and the lo-fi Shibuya-kei shift. Typed and deleted, still the same. The muted bass, the draft, the unnamed, the version that's okay still doesn't come. Typed and deleted, still undone. Still undone. The draft, the cursor, the winter bedroom. 11:47, the fifth version. The same feeling in a smaller shape, still not sent. Still, the piano pad still warm, still holding the real thing. The draft, still there. The cursor, blinking star. The convenience store at 4 p.m. on a Thursday in December. The same one as last Tuesday. The acoustic piano, the ember of the Y2K warmth that inside the lo-fi winter afternoon. We reach the same aisle at the same time. The same best so soon of the muted sub-bass holding the coincidence in place. With Baltimore club drum marking the forward moving pace of two people in the same radius for the third consecutive occasion. I'm running out of the language to describe the repetitive proximity is accidental. The UK garage bounce is in the way the shelves align. The Shibuya-kei pronounce of the city in December. The acoustic piano over. The afternoon I moved to the next style. Moved back, moved over. Same orbit, the convenience store at 4. Same orbit, the third consecutive Thursday. Same orbit, I stopped calling it a coincidence. Same orbit, winter afternoon. The acoustic piano and the Baltimore crew. Same orbit, same aisle, same time. The muted bass and the Shibuya-kei chime. I keep ending up in your radius without planning to. Same orbit. What does that mean? What does that mean? The lo-fi texture of the afternoon is doing something to the counting of the times. The UK garage feeling the drum is the mounting evidence that the orbit is a center that I keep circling. The Shibuya-kei, Y2K warmth is the flickering inside the cold convenience store fluorescence. The acoustic piano is the feeling of the fourth time noticing the scenario of same place, same time, same aisle, same reaching. The muted sub-bass underneath the Baltimore beats teaching. Body about gravity before the mind receives the lesson. The winter city afternoon in the same store. And the pressing question of what the orbit means when you stop dismissing the coincidence. The acoustic piano, the missing. Same orbit, I stopped counting wrong. The piano and the lo-fi pulled along. Same orbit, winter store, 4 p.m. The muted bass and the Baltimore hum of the afternoon. I keep arriving in stay the same aisle. The acoustic piano, the muted bass, the orbit has a center. I've been circling it without admitting what it is. Same orbit, still circling. Same aisle, same time. Same orbit, still. Still. Half a second. Still. Half a second is a very precise unit for the thing that happened. The acoustic piano, sustaining long into the winter blackened afternoon of the classroom. The lo-fi texture holding the moment and the quality of something slowly unfolding that doesn't know it's unfolding yet. The Baltimore club hi-hat, delicate, not insisting, just marking the habitat of the half second in real time. I was looking at the window, you were looking somewhere else, and then the Shibuya-kei shadow of the winter light between us, the muted bass slow and warm. You looked, I looked, we both looked away, and the reform of the room into its ordinary afternoon continued. The acoustic piano pad sustained the feeling pursued. Half a second, we both moved away first. Half a second, the piano holding after. Half a second, the room continued like nothing, like everything. Half a second, winter classroom light, the acoustic piano sustaining through the night. Half a second, lo-fi and cold, the muted bass beneath what wasn't told. We both looked away. Half a second, still in the room. Still in the room. The UK Irish swing is in the rhythm of the looking away. The Shibuya-kei warmth is in the particular delay between the looking and the processing. The Baltimore beat continues past the half second without missing a beat, which is the right response. The universe doesn't annotate. The half second is significant, it just keeps the steady freight of the afternoon moving at the same tempo as before. The lo-fi texture is the quality of what the half second wore into the room. After both of us resume the ordinary, the acoustic piano pads know about the momentary that becomes the thought about the muted sub-bass holds the weight of what the half second left the untold. Half a second, both the way first, the piano and the Y2K immersed. Half a second, classroom cold, the muted bass and the almost told. We both knew something shifted, neither named it. Half a second, still in the room. Still in the room. The window, the winter light, the piano sustaining. Half a second, both the way first, the room continuing like nothing. The piano still holding like everything. Half a second, still. Half a second, still. Half a second, still in the room, still. The direct route home is 12 minutes along the river. The longer route is 45, and I choose it in the winter. Every Tuesday and now sometimes Thursdays, the acoustic piano Warm inside the lo-fi cold, the Shibuya-kei piano of the city in December. The muted bass beneath my steps. The Baltimore club drum is in my footfalls. The accepts of yes, I'm going a long way. Yes, I know it's cold. The UK Irish bounces in the evening as it folds into the particular block you mentioned once in passing. The building with the blue awning, the lo-fi warmth amassing into the December evening where I slow down imperceptibly near the address I memorized from a sentence not from me. Longer route, the 45 instead of 12. Longer route, the blue awning building. Longer route, I memorized it from a sentence not for me. Longer route, December evening cold. The acoustic piano and the story almost told. Longer route, the lo-fi winter glow. The muted bass, the block, the slow. I walk past and don't stop. I slow down and keep going. Longer route, the long way home, the long way home. The Shibuya-kei warmth inside the 45-minute walk is the feeling of the route becoming the reason. The chalk outline of the thing I haven't said in the footpath taken. The Baltimore club bounce through the winter evening, making the detour feel like the right direction for the Tuesday. The acoustic piano over the lo-fi texture of the gray day turning blue. The muted sub bass in the ground beneath me. The UK Airy swinging how I move along the tree line block that brings me past the building, past the awning. The winter city doing its December thing, the dawning blue of evening in the 45. That's become the routine of someone who took one sentence and made it a scene. Longer route now every Tuesday. The piano and the lo-fi, the blue-gray. Longer route, the blue owning the slow. The muted bass, the evenings I don't show. I just walk past at the right pace. I just walk past and look at the street. Longer route, the long way home, the long way home. The blue awning, the sentence not for me. The 45, the piano warm, the lo-fi cold. The Tuesday and now Thursdays. The longer route, already a ritual, already a feeling without a name. The blue awning, the long way home. Still. We reached for the same thing on the same library shelf in December. The specific charge of the half-inch, the sparse piano, the ember of the Shibuya-kei warmth inside the cold fluorescent library. The breakbeat inflected pattern is the involuntary interruption of the ordinary reach. The muted sub-bass, deep and warm beneath the almost contact. The cold space between two hands that navigated parallel trajectories. The whispered vocal is the right register for the territories of the almost. The UK cottage feel is in the redirect. The lo-fi library texture and the quietly correct resolution of both reaching, both completing, both aware of the half-inch static that existed briefly in the air. Static, the half-inch between. Static, the library shelf. Static, we both knew. the electric quality of the air after the almost touch. Here's the thing that the lo-fi Shibuya-kei won't know so much about the static in the half-inch between two people in a library in December. The baby ripple in the drum pattern confirming the interrupted moment. The spires acoustic and notes are a component of the quiet apparitor that's mentioned it. The UK graded swing is in the way we both committed to the parallel trajectories in the ordinary completion of the reach. The subway stationary underneath the moment. The library winter afternoon continuing like nothing. The static in the room. Static Saturday afternoon. The piano in the Shibuya-kei tune. Static the middle bass, the shelf, the half-inch charge all by itself. We got what we were reaching for. We didn't acknowledge the in-between. Static, neither said, neither said. The library, the December shelf, the half-inch, the static, both over the redirect, the completion, the ordinary afternoon, continuing, the static still there, after, in the air, the half-inch. Still charged after. I saved it to a folder named something entirely unrelated. The acoustic piano chords beneath the lo-fi, the Y2K waited. Warmth of the bedroom at 11 p.m. in December. The screenshot filed under receipts, groceries. Remember this, anything but the truth of the folder's actual content. The Baltimore club drum at 131 is the consonant rhythm of the very modern feeling of the curation of the digital evidence, the Shibuya-kei sensation of the Y2K warmth inside the winter bedroom at the screen. Light hour, the muted sub bass pulse underneath the scene. And reread message say for reasons I won't say out loud. The UK garage bounce is in the filing, the cloud. Screenshot the folder with the unrelated name. Screenshot 14 in 3 weeks. Screenshot, I'm not gonna say what it means. Screenshot in the bedroom screen, the acoustic piano and the lo-fi dream. Screenshot the unrelated name, the muted bass, the saving game. I read it again at 11 p.m. and I saved it again. Screenshot 14 and counting, 14 and counting. The Shibuya-kei digital warmth is the atmosphere of the bedroom at 11 p.m. in December, the clear contrast between the cold outside and the warm screen inside. The Baltimore club drum maintaining the forward stride of screenshot file, reread screenshot again. The lo-fi texture of the curation is the soft and slightly right acknowledgement that the saving is the feeling needing somewhere to exist in. The acoustic piano pads are aware of what the folder actually contains despite the name. The UK garage hi-hat bounces in the ongoing game of this means something. I'm not saying what, I'm filing it. The muted sub bass holds the weight of it. Screenshot the folder growing full, the piano and the lo-fi pull. Screenshot the name says nothing true, the muted bass, the evidence of you. I'll look at it again tomorrow. The acoustic piano pads catching the warmth of the ember of the recognition. The lo-fi Shibuya-kei texture of a winter afternoon classroom. The particular lecture of the moment arriving before the mind can categorize it. The muted sub-bass holds the chest's immediate visit. From the feeling of you are on the same page, you've been here. The Baltimore club drum syncopated, the UK garage clear. Swing of the moment turning, delay piano pads holding the warmth of the mutual territory. The ads of all the things that would have to be true for the same sentence to exist in two people simultaneously. The reference, sheer frequency, you said the thing. Sheer frequency, the sentence not from me. Sheer frequency, the just knew before the mind. Shared frequency, winter classroom afternoon. The acoustic piano and the Shibuya-kei tune. Shared frequency, the same page, the same. The muted bass and the lo-fi winter frame. You've been thinking the same thing for the same amount of time. Shared frequency, how is that possible? How is that possible? I went home and did the mathematics of the shared wavelength. The number of things that would have to align at the same length and same configuration to produce the same sentence. The Baltimore drummer 12T9, the forward march of the before becoming something with evidence. The acoustic piano pads are the one for the realization. The piano of the shared territory discovered in a winter classroom sentence. The lo-fi Shibuya-kei, Y2K, warm and dense quality of the afternoon doing what the afternoon did. The UK garage bounces in the thinking afterward amid the muted sub-bass of use of the thing, the same thing, mime. The shared frequency crossing the winter December line. Shared frequency, the mathematics confirm. The piano and the lo-fi, the affirm. Shared frequency, both here, both the same. The muted bass and the overlapping frame. I've been thinking that for months. You said it like it was obvious. Shared frequency, how is that possible? How is that possible? The sentence, not for me. The recognition, for me. The chest before the mind. The winter classroom, the piano pad still warm. The shared territory, both here, both the same for a while. Shared frequency, same thing, still. The chair had your bag on it until I arrived in the December morning. The acoustic piano warm and bright, the UK garage adorning the rhythm of the thing the chair communicated without a word. The muted sub-bass underneath the Baltimore drum. The heard statement of I thought of you before you were here. The lo-fi Shibuya-kei warmth of a winter classroom. And the cozy evidence of pre-arrival consideration. The crisp hi-hat is the rhythm of the chair becoming the whole conversation that two people didn't have but both received at the same moment. The academic piano pads are the warm component of the gesture landing in the chest before the brain approves. The Baltimore club pattern in the morning and the moves. Safe seat, you're back on the chair until I came. Safe seat, the thought before my arrival. Safe seat, a chair became everything. Safe seat, December morning cold. The acoustic piano and the almost told. Safe seat, the lo-fi winter glow. The muted bass and what the chair could show. You thought of me before I walked in. The chair said what you didn't. Y2K wants is the quality of the small gesture received correctly. The Baltimore drum's forward pressure is the morning continuing despite the significance of the chair. The lo-fi texture holds the moment. The bright winter air of the classroom on the back move to make space. The acoustic piano knows about the hierarchy of the small gestures. The piano pads warm beneath the crisp hi-hat of the Baltimore pattern. The UK garage bounces in the way the moment had to flatten into ordinary after the chair was vacated. And I sat down the muted sub-bass holding what the chair left in the room with my chest. The thought before my arrival, the consideration of the winter morning, the pre-arrival narration. Save seat, the hierarchy confirmed. The piano and the lo-fi be affirmed. Save seat, top of the small gesture list. The muted bass and what the gesture kissed without announcing, without explaining. Save seat, a chair became everything. The chair became everything. The December morning, the bag on the chair. The thought before I came. The piano warm, the lo-fi cool. The small gesture near the top. The chair said everything. Saved seat. A chair became everything. Still. We walked out at the same time into the December evening cold. The minimal acoustic piano, the lo-fi Shibuya-kei gold. Warmth of the city in winter, the Baltimore club drum keeping the walking tempo. The stride length song of two people who matched in the first half block without adjusting. The muted sub-bass underneath the evening, the trusting of the body to maintain what the feet found in the first 30 steps. The UK garage hi-hat ride is in the way. The breath clouds in the December air at the same rate. The cool, breathy vocal is the observation. We're in the same school of movement, the same stride, the same pace, the same city. The Shibuya-kei, Y2K, warmth in the winter, pretty walking tempo. The same stride in the first half block, walking tempo. 7 intersections, walking tempo. Neither of us adjusted. Walking tempo, December evening. The acoustic piano and the winter breathing. Walking tempo. The same stride length, the muted bass and the 7 block strength of the synchrony we didn't arrange. Neither slower, neither faster. Walking tempo. 7 intersections, neither adjusted. The 7 blocks in the same stride without negotiation is the thing that the lo-fi Baltimore drums occupation of the tempo confirms. The cool breathy vocal notes, the ease of it, the city in December. The coats we wore against the cold and the found walking synchrony. The acoustic piano minimal beneath the harmony of 2 footfall patterns matching. The UK garage feel is in the rhythm of the finding. The appeal of the body already know what the mind takes longer. The muted sub-bass in the ground beneath the stronger evidence accumulating. 7 blocks, same pace, same city. The Shibuya-kei winter evening, quietly pretty. Walking tempo, 7 blocks, no adjustment made. The piano and the lo-fi, the winter promenade. Walking tempo, same stride, same cold. The muted bass and the story still untold. We walked the same direction for 7 blocks, then said goodbye at the corner. Walking tempo. 7 intersections, neither adjusted. The December evening, the first half block, the found synchrony. 7 intersections, neither adjusting. The acoustic piano, the lo-fi cold, the muted bass, the body knowing before the mind. Walking tempo, The realization arrived at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday in December. Quietly, the lush acoustic piano birthed the lo-fi Shibuya-kei afternoon, the muted sub-bass. Deep beneath the moment, I wasn't doing anything at a pace that invited the realization. It just came through uninvited and completely accurate. The Baltimore club drum unhurried forward, warmth at 128 confirmed. Yes, this is the landing. The tender female vocal is the soft understanding of the name, things settling into the chest without drama. The UK garage warmth and the gentle drum, no panorama of the grand revelation. Just Tuesday, 3 p.m. The realization that I like you. The piano pads the warm foundation. Soft landing, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Soft landing, I wasn't expecting it. Soft landing, just oh, I see. Soft landing, Tuesday afternoon. The acoustic piano and the Shibuya-kei tune. Soft landing, December, 3 p.m. The muted bass and the quiet hymn of the name thing finally named. No drama, no strings. Soft landing, oh I see, oh I see. The evidence assembled makes sense now, with the name thing at the center. The screenshots, the longer route to December. Convenience store Thursday orbits the acoustic piano lush beneath the realization. The warm rush of oh, that's what that was. The Baltimore club drum gentle. Forward at 128, the sentimental lo-fi quality of a Tuesday afternoon in winter. The tender vocal confirms the feeling and the splinter of the unnamed thing, of the same thing now named the Shibuya-kei. Warmth inside the December classroom, 3 p.m. Tuesday. The muted sub-bass holding the gentle weight of the knowing. The UK garage warmth in the drum. The soft landing, the showing, knowing. Soft landing, all the evidence makes sense. The piano and the lo-fi, the present tense. Soft landing, the name thing, 3 p.m. The muted bass and the Shibuya-kei hymn. The screenshots, the longer route, the save seed. All of it was this. Soft landing, oh I see, oh I see. The screenshots, the longer route, the orbit, the half second, the safe seat, the walking tempo, the static, all of it, the name thing at the center. Tuesday, 3 p.m. The soft landing. Oh, I see. I see. Soft landing. Oh, I see. 3 p.m. Still, the name thing still soft. Soft. The draft has been sitting there since the first Tuesday in December. The acoustic piano bright and warm, the live in the moment amber of the lo-fi Shibuya-kei evening, the Baltimore drum. Forward at 3:31, the building, the hum of the thing I keep arriving at the edge of and retreating. The UK garage bounce is the rhythm of the repeating almost. The muted sub-bass holds the weight of the 3 weeks. The airy vocal building and warm toward the place that seeks the actual saying. I'm standing at the edge again tonight. The bright acoustic piano is the winter evening light of the edge is right here. The saying is right there. The forward Just say it. The forward Baltimore drum says go. Just say it. The drum says go at 31. The acoustic piano in the December sun. Just say it. The lo-fi winter evening, the muted bass and the edge, the believing that the saying is the next right thing. The 3 weeks built to this moment. Just say it. The edge right here. The edge right here. The Shibuya-kei Y2K warmth is in the particular courage of the winter evening at the edge of the message. The storage of 3 weeks of evidence reaching its natural conclusion. The bright acoustic piano is the solution. The Baltimore drum at 31 is the body already knowing. The UK garage bounce is in the forward moving. The going toward the send button, the going toward the word. The airy vocal build and finally being heard internally before externally. The muted sub bass beneath the 10 seconds of courage. The December wreath of the evening and the draft and the edge and the saying. The lo-fi warmth is the atmosphere for the way-in. Just say it. The body's already there. The piano and the lo-fi winter air. Just say it. 10 seconds of courage. The muted bass and the Baltimore storage of 3 weeks of not saying released into. Just say it. The edge right here. Say it. The edge right here. The 3 weeks. The draft. The screenshots. The longer route. The evidence building to the edge. Right here. The bright piano. The forward drum. 10 seconds. Just say it now. The edge. Just say it now. Now. I set it at 7:45 on a Friday in December. The fuller acoustic piano warm and bright, the ember of the Shibuya-kei Y2K glow returning to G. The same key as the beginning, but the production fuller free of the uncertain. The Baltimore club drum rich and now. Then the first track opener, the UK garage bow of the evening confirming the after is warmer than the before. The muted sub bass with warmth beneath the winter floor of the Friday. You said you also the warm airy vocal with the relief in it. The lo-fi Shibuya-kei local warmth of a December Friday 7:45. The winter suddenly not as cold, both alive. Said it 7:45 Friday. Said it and you said you also said it. The winter suddenly not as cold. Said it. The fuller piano back in G. The acoustic warmth from the Shibuya-kei. Said it. You also the winter glow. The muted bass in the beginning we now know is always leading here. The screenshots, the longer route, the safe seat. Said it. You also the winter not as cold. The winter not as cold. Here is the documentation of the after for the record. The fuller acoustic piano, the warmer Baltimore beckoned back to G, the richer drum, and the first signal opening. The screenshots, the longer route, the orbits hoping. Confirmed the safe seat, said everything before I did. The walking tempo, 7 blocks, the static of the grid. Between our hands on the library shelf, the shared sentence, the soft landing, Tuesday 3 p.m. The evidence, all of it arriving at 7:45 on a Friday when the setting was received in the December gray. Became a little warmer, the fuller lo-fi Shibuya-kei of the after. You also the beginning, the okay. Said it all, the evidence confirmed. Piano and the lo-fi reaffirmed. Said it the beginning known, the muted bass and the warmer tone. The winter not as cold tonight. You also between shots, the longer route, the blue awning, the static, the safe seat, the walking tempo, the soft landing, the 3 weeks, said it, you also, the winter, not as cold, the beginning, confirmed, G major, fuller, warmer than the start. You also, the winter, not as cold, the beginning, G major, warmer, still warm.